Unit 5, Lesson 6, Payment Amount for an Annuity. So we've just looked at what an annuity is and how it can accumulate money because you're depositing on a regular interval and interest is calculated on the same regular interval. We're going to talk about now how you can rearrange that formula you are using in order to figure out what payment or what amount you would need to deposit regularly to get a certain amount in the future. So if we rearrange the formula, we would get something that looks like this, and that formula allows you to calculate the regular payment. So this is good for things like parents that want to have $50,000 for their students or their kids to go to university when they're 18. They can figure out how much monthly payment or how much yearly payment or semi-annual payment they need to make to do that. So FV is still your future value, R is the regular deposit, N is your number of deposits, and I is the interest rate. Okay, so we've got, I want to find out the regular payment in order to accumulate $10,000 in 8 years if payments are made monthly and interest is 5.1% compounded monthly. So we want to figure out R. The future value is going to be $10,000. Our interest is 5.1% compounded monthly, so 0.051 divided by 12. And we have 1 plus 0.051 divided by 12. 8 years compounded monthly, so 8 times 12 is 96, and minus 1 brackets. So same thing as your future value. It's a fairly complicated formula, and you need to be able to confidently enter it in your calculator. So one of the things you would do is put brackets around the numerator, enter it in your calculator, hit divide, and make sure you've got those brackets around your denominator, and hit your equals. And that should work for most calculators. So let's see if we can get this to work. So I'm going to take a minute and enter it in my calculator. 12 bracket divided by bracket. Bracket equals. And I'm getting $84.58 per month to get $10,000 in 8 years. All right, if we look at another example, I'm just going to write my formula down here. So we can go on here. A company needs $75,000 to replace equipment 10 years from now. So companies will often plan, they know they've got a capital expense like equipment. They'll start saving money so they can afford that upgrade. What quarterly payment is required to raise this money if interest is 4.6% compounded quarterly? So the payment is the future value times the interest rate. 1 plus the interest rate is the number of payments minus 1. So our future value is 75,000 times the interest rate, 4.6 quarterly. So 0.046 divided by 4 over 1 plus 0.046 divided by 4 quarterly for 10 years, so 10 times 4 would be exponent of 40. There we go. So we're going to put brackets around our numerator, divide, make sure we put our brackets, and then hit equals. And that should be our answer. So it'll take me a minute to enter my answer in my calculator. See if you guys will get the same thing when we're done. So I got $1,487.27 quarterly, 4 times a year. All right, last example. So here's another one for you guys. You want to be a millionaire. You're all going to be rich by the time you retire. If you start investing at age 17, what monthly payment would you need to make in order to be a millionaire by age 65? Assume that interest can be earned at 6% compounded monthly. So we have R equals the future value times the interest rate over, whoops, X. Whoa, let me fix that. There we go. 1 plus I to the n minus 1. So our future value is going to be $1 million times our interest rate, 0.06 divided by 12 over 1 plus our interest rate, compounded monthly. And how long? So 65 minus 17 would be 48 years. And then 48 years compounded monthly would be 48 times 12. And it's too late in the day for me to do that in my head. 48 times 12 is 576. So 576 minus 1. All right, let's see if we can get an answer. This should take me a couple of minutes. And I am getting about $299.64. So there you go. If you guys put $300 in every month at 6% for 48 years, you would have $1 million. See, let me know how that works out for you. And then somewhere, there they are. There's your questions to practice. Make sure you're getting your calculator, not your cell phone, your calculator to do those, and you know how to use your calculator.